And we are live with Value Vibes with your host, Solinvestor, and myself, X Contreras, where we're going to talk about everything on Solana. Lots of things to talk about. We have the Giga DAO mint coming in. Finally, this is the big talk. This is the big thing that's coming out. This is what everyone's waiting on right now. It's almost like the Super Bowl is on live television and we're getting ready to watch it. So Alpha Pharaohs, upcoming updates. We have also Skybuds. We have the Wolf Capital Mint on its way. Lots of things with your man, Solinvestor. What's up, man? How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Dude, I just noticed the Degods hat in the background.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did you just get that recently, or has it always been there?
I had it for a while. I had it for a while. I got it like when it first came out. So it's there right now.
Yeah, I don't know why I just noticed it, but yeah, dude, it seems like it's going to be interesting. Giga DAO is minting today, and obviously that one is super hyped. I expect that to do really well. I'm definitely minting 100%. I've already loaded up my wallets and everything. I'll also try to sweep on secondary.
Yeah.
Sort of looking at that sort of 4 to 5 SOL range. Hopefully, if you can open at that price, you best believe that I'm just going to be sweeping at those levels. So we'll see what happens. I mean, these guys are experienced builders. They are building their Giga decks, and they've got interest from everyone, from So Big Brain to HGE, and their main collection sitting at like a 50 SOL floor or something like that. So, I mean, look, these guys are legit.
Yeah, they I mean, right. I'm oh, yeah, it is at 50 SOL right now. It's still holding at 50
Yeah.
SOL. Yeah, the main thing is just like I'm just quietly gonna watch how this whole like not really fractionalization, but how like they're actually gonna use an NFT DEX and make NFTs into a token in some way. I don't know. It's kind of odd to me, but I really can't wait to observe like this new way of trading. So it's gonna be a crazy one. They're already live right. They're going on Twitter Spaces. They're doing their thing right now. What time is this gonna happen? I think
Uh, I mean,
it
I
says
live in a
right
completely
here.
different time zone. There you go. 4 o'clock UTC.
Yeah, 4
Whitelist is
o'clock.
at 6, and then public is at 8. These things are
Yeah,
definitely selling out. Like, it's no question. I mean, this is like, look, I don't think it's going to hit 20 SOL floor. I don't think it's going to hit 30 SOL floor. But similar to Cleanosaurus, they're definitely selling out. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I think so as well. It's been the talk, man. I thought I missed the mint. I thought I missed another mint. I even wrote it on Discord. I was like, "Ah, crap, I missed it." But I have a chance now, so I'm definitely gonna try and mint this one. If anyone doesn't know, I've missed every big mint there was. I've
Every big
monkey
mint.
yeah monkeyed out. They give like white lists. And that's the only way I'm able to get into it. But I miss whole time. But yeah, there's a stacked panel here. They got some big dogs. They got Simple Labs. Um, Mindfolk. This was an interesting one. I don't know if you've seen what they're doing right now, but supposedly they're coming back.
Dude, so like, here's the thing. The Bodega DAO is filled with great traders, and one of the best traders is actually Jax, and we had him online
Yeah,
from what's this thing called, from Jikan. So he actually minted this. I think he may have also swept some on secondary around that 4 SOL range, and I think he got out around 7 SOL. So I mean, look, these guys are coming back. There was a lot of FUD, but sometimes I mean, you just got to dive into the FUD, and that's where the best gains are. It's
yeah,
it's really interesting. I think they've reverted back to around 4 SOL, if I'm not wrong. But I think overall, their mint was successful. I just hope they don't screw this up the same way they did with their original project. Uh, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. Super interesting, though. Super interesting.
yeah, for sure. Now, as far as like the Giga, just this is just a guessing game. Like, where do you think this mint's gonna go to today?
I'm look. Oh man, I'm looking at between 7 to 10 SOL. I think I'll hit around those highs. I don't know if it's going to go higher, to be honest. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, look, if you have whitelist, it's 2.5. If you hit public, it's 3. So I definitely see it going way above that. Uh, I just don't really know if they're going to break that sort of 10 soul floor. That's really where I'm at, because the whitelist token's actually selling for about 67, and then the mint for that's about 2.5. So that's around 10 soul,
Right.
9.5
I,
soul.
I think it's gonna hit 9 soul. It's gonna like almost get there, but then it's gonna go back down a little. But I do think it's gonna be steady there, and then that's when the whole accumulation phase is gonna happen and whatnot.
I mean, I'm more than happy to pick up a few at 5 soul and sell for 8. I can't even be mad at that play if that happens, even if it does go higher. You know what I mean? But actually, like, look, I'm not entirely sure where exactly this mint's going to go in the long run. There really isn't as much info on this collection in specific. They are doing a lot of spaces. I just didn't have time to go through the spaces. Really, my game plan is actually to mint these, sweep on secondary, flip all of that, and just go hard into Alpha Pharaohs. That's my game plan.
Yeah. So Alpha Pharaohs. Uh that's another mint. I mean, we talked to the gentleman, Snooze, about this whole project and the raid, and right now this group, they got, the soul price has gone down just like every other NFT project out there when Solana price has gone up. So what is coming out right now with Alpha Pharaohs? What do you see in them?
Dude, this thing needs to stop bumping. Like, bloody hell, I don't know. Snooze keeps
Oh,
bumping
dude,
this
this
goddamn
what?
project.
Dude, I mean, holy snap! Nah, yeah,
Dude, like,
dude.
I've been trying to pick these up at 10, but like Snooze keeps bumping it, so it's a bit of an issue for me. And I
Damn
keep
it,
telling
Snooze!
him, like, dude, you gotta stop doing this because I gotta sweep. Look, they have like what, 80? Oh, they have about 100 listed when you like take into account all the other platforms. But on Magic Eden, it's like 85 listed or something crazy like that. Look, they're going to double their rev share when it comes to rating, from around 0.38 a week to about, sorry, 0.38, I think slightly below that, to about 0.78. So that's slightly more than the 2x.
Yeah,
And they're saying that they have something in the works, which should be coming out in the next few days, that's going to revolutionize sort of the rate to earn space. And dude, I mean, look, you've met the team. I've met the team. We've spent hours talking to students. I mean, I just can't fade these guys. We were calling this at 1 soul. We were super, super bullish on them. They went all the way up to 20. They reverted back down to 11 after a few delays, and then the market went down. So, yeah, dude, I'm just super bullish on these guys. I really want to flip as much Giga DAO as I can, simply to get, more and more Alpha Pharaohs. That's really my play.
yeah. I like how they they basically like just rubbed all this off. Did someone say rev share? But yeah, it's definitely pumping now. So that's kind of crazy. They're still going up even with soul price, increasing. But the
Dude,
other
I
thing
fucking
that
love this project.
yeah,
Dude, I love these guys, honestly.
yeah, Snooze is a great guy, man. Just overall, just fun to talk to as well.
And he's actually, he's like, I mean, you have a lot of founders in the space who don't really have much experience. Snooze actually, he's a consultant for a Fortune 500 company, and he's advised on a lot of projects. So this guy really knows what he's doing. The rest of the team knows
Yeah,
what they're doing as well. So, I mean, we weren't fading them when they were 1 soul. I'm still not fading them when they're 14 soul. I think these guys have no business being under 20 soul.
yeah.
What
Yeah,
is
so
that?
another project to definitely look into. Now, there is something else that is also coming out as far as mint. It's called Wolf Capital. Wolf Capital. It's also another line of founders that are basically a lot of people are networked with them, and they've been talking about this project, and the followers has increased to 14K. I think the last time we talked about this, it was below 10K, and I haven't seen really much about these guys, but for some reason they keep growing. I just thought I don't get it. What's going on? Like, it's insane.
Dude, it's hard to say, but a lot of the times, when you have people like Scum part of the project, it's really sort of the connections of the founders and the people really running the project, just their reputation that can really blow up a project. I'm not really into pixel art. I'm still trying to get whitelist for this project because I think it's going to be a really good flip. Overall, bullish on sort of the engagement they've managed to get so far. Mints are popping off. If these guys mint anytime soon, I think they can do really, really well as long as they don't screw anything up. But so far, everything's looking good about this project. I can see them doing extremely well.
Now, I've noticed you mentioned Scum. Scum, he was involved with another project called BONKz. I don't know if you heard of this project, but
Dude,
but
I don't even know what people were thinking with this.
I got murdered. Let's just say that.
I refuse to touch this. I refuse to touch this. Like, I had a lot of people shilling it to me. Their main argument was a lot of reputable artists are involved with this, and once that art comes out, a lot of these artists are going to be tweeting about it, etc., etc. It's going to blow up. I mean, I just wasn't convinced. And then when the art came out, I'm like, dude, this is so bad. I mean, yeah. So sorry, Phil. Sorry, can you just scroll up for a second?
Oh yeah. Oh,
so wait, sorry, just scroll up a little bit higher to the one just above. Okay, so when you look at this, right, I think this is cool.
Yeah.
Right. And then when you keep scrolling, sorry, just scroll down now to the one with the suit.
I think that's one. 3 hands. I think that's 3 hands.
Dude, I don't know what this is.
There's 2 and there's 3.
But like, there's nothing connecting it. You know what I mean? I mean, this art is absolutely rubbish when you look at something like this. I don't know. I faded these guys. I'm so glad I did. Reveals always cause a dump in flow price. This is especially bad because I think people just expected so much more from this art, and it just didn't meet that expectations. And it's not like the expectations was high and the art is really good, so there's just some sort of a mismatch. No, this is a situation where the expectations were high, the art comes out, and the art is shit.
Yeah. So with the price right now, and if I could find it somewhere here, it looks like it just got, it's got so down. So right here, the unrevealed is at 5.67. It took a huge dump from 17. Now, my mistake was basically the reveal. I should have sold at the reveal, and that's what I usually do. Like what happened with Taiyo Oil, and Taiyo Pot. I kept it beyond it, and it, like, usually it dumps. Like most of the time, like 89% of the time, it just dumps. There's nothing you can do about it. And for sure, it went all the way down to like 5.67. Now, the only thing that I could do right now is keep the unrevealed, and then from there, maybe it will gain in value based on the one-on-one arts that are still unrevealed. That's the only thing that I could possibly do. But I'm pretty much gonna be holding these for a while. so there you go. But
I
I
really don't like this project.
Yeah, the only thing that I can count on is basically the decentralization of this community and the NFT project. But the only thing that can happen is if developers start coming in and working on this project. And if the question is that going to happen? And right now, it's not looking too good. So
Sorry, when did you buy it? At what price point?
around 15 right here, this
Oh,
area.
oh, that is rough.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
that is
happened.
painful.
And I'm being transparent as how I try to be. I put it on Discord. I screenshot it. I showed it to everybody. I bought it at 15. So there you go.
Oh
So,
man, that's so
but
rough. That's so
yeah,
rough. No, it
it
happens.
happened. It happened. So there you go. This is my big one right here. So BONKz, everyone, BONKz, bonkers. It went bonkers. But so there you go. We have right now Solinvestor and me on this whole project. There's two different sides, but mostly Solinvestor really has it down right now. It doesn't seem like there's gonna be much to see right now, but
Yeah,
we
I'm
shall
bearish on
see
them. I
in the
think they're going to
future.
zero. I
Yeah,
think
it's
they're
not
going to zero. Yeah.
looking too good. But anyways, on to the next one. We got to talk about
Let's
the
talk about the
big
real.
project. We gotta go from bad news to good news, then bad news, then bad news. So we got the pilots coming out. Pilots is a project that it also fell to lows 17 right now from 50. This one is insane on how low it got. I mean, I think that this is a project that probably be a little bit more than 17 because it's Tom. It's Soulport Tom. This is his main project right here. Even though you got Taiyo Robotics, Taiyo Pilots is basically like a different brand.
I'm bearish.
Why is that?
I mean, look, always bullish on Tom. Even when it comes to guessing who's going to be the top project, everyone's bets are on ABC and HGE. I think it's going to be Tom. Always voting for the underdog. But this is how I'm viewing this. I'm actually bearish in a bullish way. And it sounds weird. It sounds super weird. But
Yeah.
so, look, basically, what's been happening with this project is there's been a lot of issues with the art. So when we saw the first art, for some reason people liked it. They consulted a bunch of different artists across the space, and they've really upgraded the art, in my opinion. I actually like this new art. I really, really like the rares. I'm not quite sure exactly how I feel about the commons. I still think the commons are good, but their new art that they've been working on is significantly better than the old art. But people have just been flooding the art, and that's sort of taken the team's attention off building the products they wanted to build and focusing more on just fixing this artwork. I mean, look, dude, I think this is sick. I actually
Yeah, this
really,
one.
really, I would rock this as a PFP any day. Although this is a rare, I will put that out there. It'd be interesting to see how the comments look. I'm actually waiting. Okay, so this is my perfect scenario over the next 3 weeks. All right, if I'm to make 3 plays in 3 weeks, this would be my perfect scenario. Giga DAO mints. All right, we
Yeah.
managed to get in around 4 SOL, 5 SOL. We flip everything for around 8 to 9 SOL. Get out of that play. Get into Alpha Pharaohs. That thing blows up. Take profits on that. Pilots art reveal happens. We see a dump on that. Get into pilots, and then the graphite IDO starts coming up, and then pilots pops. That would be like my perfect scenario. You know what I mean? If I was to play this month, if someone told me, look, you can only do 3 plays in the next 3 for the rest of this month, you can only do 3 plays. That's exactly how I would play it, and I actually think that's exactly what I'm going to do, to be honest. So bullish on Tom, bullish on the team. Short term, I want to see the art reveal happen before they pump out anything else, because I want to see that floor price drop lower. I want to get in, sweep in, and then ride the IDO and their products up. That's really what I want to do.
Yeah. I do think that at 17 right now, I mean, I think probably the lowest that this thing could go is probably like maybe 13. but that's about it. I mean,
Dude, don't forget ABC's hit 11. You were buying in at like 10, 11 so.
yeah. But I mean, as far as me getting into the Taios, I've never gotten into the Taio ecosystem because I'm not really a gamer, and I don't know. It's just a different field for me. It's just it's the whole like lore game thing. It's just too much for me. But as far as the trade, I mean, man, I don't know. This looks like this definitely looks a little bit how would I say? I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Same. And by the way, if this was any other founder, any other project, I would fade this shit. But
Yeah.
you can't fade Tom. I mean, look, people have been fading Tom for the longest time. And this whole saying for you can't fade Tom, there's a reason why it's, the number one saying around Tom. You know what I mean? In Solana ecosystem. It's because so many people have had the opportunity to buy Tayos at low prices, to buy oil at like 3 SOL before it pumped to 30.
Yep.
People just haven't been catching the falling knife when it comes to Tom's collections, and each time it's been a huge regret of any trader that was looking at it and could afford it.
And that's the thing is like when I saw those tire robotics when there was basically nothing, I just never thought it could go up to what it is now. And then this being, Taiyo Pilots being his main baby. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm gonna regret it. But I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it, but we'll see. Now, something else that we definitely have to talk about is the more in the macro level, the FOMC. Did you watch that interview? Because I watched it. I watched Jerome Powell speak. Jerome Powell basically came out, I would say, in a good mood. He came out in a good mood, but then just gave a little hint saying like, "Hey, we're still controlling inflation. We're still increasing rates at a 25 basis points, and with that, we're not going to see a rate hike. I mean, a rate cut in 2023." But it was almost like kind of like a good mood in a way.
I mean, look, I think that's fairly accurate. So I do think there was, I mean, people saying he was dovish. I still think he was a little bit hawkish when it comes to, he was very, very open to continuously increasing interest rates. He was firm on the 2% goal. And he said that, look, we'll constantly adapt to the data. That's his plan, to adapt to the data. But he did praise the economy quite a bit. He did speak about sort of inflation directly. Normally, when he speaks about inflation, he speaks about it in a little bit of a vague, broad manner, in a sense. Normally, the focus is on interest rates and other macro economic factors. This time, he actually spoke about inflation, and he spoke about it, in a very direct manner. And he did say, "Look, it's coming down, and they expect it to go lower." So, we saw the 25
basis points
hike, and I mean, look, I think that's bullish for the markets. I want to see how the market plays out for the next 2 to 3 days. I don't think we're dumping, but at the same time, I don't think a strong bump is going to happen because of this as well. So it's not entirely clear if this is fully priced in, right? Because I think this is some of what the market was expecting. I'm looking at that 25K level, 25, 26K level for Bitcoin. I want to see what happens if we touch that. Do we get rejected and come back down, or are we going to break through it? Everyone's looking at 30K. I think it's a little bit too early to even be looking at I think it's way too early to be looking at 30K. You know what I mean? I think we need to get past 25 before we start talking about 30. But my ideal scenario is that this is priced in. maybe we range for the rest of February, allowing NFTs to pump a little bit. That would be my ideal scenario, but we're just gonna have to see where the market goes. I don't think we're dumping, but it's a choice. Either we continue ranging or we test 25.
Yeah, we still have the CPI data that's coming out in, I think, what, 15 days. So
Something like that.
yeah, so we dropped heavily down to 6.5, and typically, people think that inflation is going to keep going down. Sometimes it does do a little turnaround. So that's the only thing that I'm kind of worried about, is that the data will come out like 6.6 or 6.7, and then people are going to go back into freak out mode. And that's why I'm just kind of like looking at this market where everything is increasing, and I'm like, I don't know. I just I'm not too confident still. I'm still waiting, and I'm still waiting for a couple, maybe 1 or 2 months to really notice what's really happening.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm on the other end of the fence. I don't think inflation is going to go up this month. There's always a lag effect between economic policies and what the data actually shows. So, I mean, look, everything has just crashed so hard. I don't see a single reason why inflation would be higher.
Yeah.
For this reading.
Now what I meant was basically like a little bounce to where inflation is coming down, but then it'll bounce a little bit and then it'll
go
keep
back
gradually
down.
That's the worry I kind of have, is that it'll have that still little bounce happening, because it's not necessarily where it'll just go down in one take. So
yeah, it should be interesting. But look, I mean, even if we do rally, right? Let's say inflation comes out well and we end up rallying. I would still view it as a bear market rally. I'm not convinced in this. I mean, even if we do hit 30K, I'm not convinced this is a bull run. I'm not convinced we're back.
Yeah, so I mean, just some interesting stuff that happened with the FOMC and inflation data, and we'll see how this goes in 15 days with the CPI data, and then overall, just anything else that's going on in Solana that you definitely like to see. I'll pull up the charts right now. I think there's one thing that we forgot to talk about, which is another bad news.
Which one is the bad news?
The Lunar.
Oh my gosh, Lunar.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I'm so happy I got out of this play before it dumped. Oh God.
I saw you in Discord talking a lot, asking questions, and then you were getting more skeptical. And then I was like, oh man. I was like, oh man, he's gonna sell. He's leaving.
Me, like, dude, I didn't even just sell. It's not like I listed it and it sell. No. I went for the instant sell. I went for that instant liquidity. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even taking a chance that this would get swept. That's not even what I was going for. I just went for the instant liquidity. But oh man, dude, I don't know what is going on. I mean, look.
Yeah. So the main problem, like the AMA, like I was listening to it, and that whole airdrop, it just didn't play right. Like, cause almost everybody thought it was gonna be this huge BONKz airdrop, including me, and like and in the end it was almost like nothing happened. Like what like I was kind of just I don't know, dumbfounded on it, and then the markets voted after that, and you could see what happened. But there's a lot more to that. There's a lot more than just BONKz. But
dude, I can actually summarize this really quickly in a concise manner. So basically, everyone is excited for Lunar New Year. Thought something amazing was going to come out. We spiked to around 14 SOL because of that speculation. Then we heard there was a BONKz airdrop, and that sort of started bringing us down because we kind of expected a little bit more than bonk. However, there was still speculation. Now, when it came to the bonk, the speculation was that each lunar staked, and by the way, they did say that if your lunar is staked, you receive bonk, right? That was basically what they said. People were speculating that for every lunar staked, you're going to receive around 50 million bonk, which is around 3 SOL at the time. But anyways, obviously, as we started approaching the airdrop, it started going down, went down to about 8 SOL, and then they announced that, oh, we're also going to be airdropping you guys Hates token and Lunar token. And it immediately spiked up to like 12 SOL. From there, so this is where the bonk airdrop started happening. And people realized that only a selected number of lunars staked was getting the bonk, and even the bonk they got wasn't that much.
Yeah.
So it immediately started dumping. Another thing people were complaining about, I mean, all of this was like there's like a shit ton of speculation, and the reason why it's because the founder Dino, he wasn't really communicating with the community, so there was a ton of miscommunication. And once people found out that not everyone is getting bonk, this thing started going down. Went all the way down to 6 SOL, and the AMA was announced. Spiked up to about 8 SOL, and man, dude, this AMA, I mean, I don't know if it was just me, but I just lost a ton of confidence because, so look, maybe I was the one who was bearish. Maybe I need to check it out again. But this is what I got from the AMA. One, most of the funds was actually used for the artwork, most of the mint funds. And that's concerning to me. Two, I didn't hear anything about, oh, we're releasing some sort of new tech, right? We're innovating in this way or that way. Yeah. I just kept hearing about brand stuff and talking about like, creating events and onboarding people onto Web3 and stuff like that. I'm never bullish on stuff like that. I don't even know how to value that, to be perfectly honest. So I don't know. It just, to me, this project now is just a brand project that's going to throw events. I do think they probably will create something interesting. Another thing I did learn, which is actually quite bullish, is that the co-founder of Open DAO is actually Dino, and he's the founder of Lunar.
Yeah.
So that's something I didn't know. I just thought he was a member of the Open DAO, but he's actually the co-founder alongside HGE. So that side is that's pretty bullish on on that aspect. But to have already used most of the mint funds for the artwork to do an AMA when basically everything is just going to hell, and the only thing you have to announce for the future is more of a brand play thing and events and onboarding people to the Web3 space. I just lost a lot of confidence in this play altogether. I sold way before the AMA. I sold before the bonk airdrop. So I mean, I'm okay, but I was just watching all of this happen. Like you said, I was in the Discord. I was trying to ask questions, and I just wasn't really receiving many answers. So
yeah,
dude, this is so bad.
Yeah. So right now, like Luna, like that whole AMA, I was expecting more, and yeah, there wasn't really much, especially like what you were saying. The utility wasn't really described, and maybe he's holding that out because that's the one thing that's been on this whole project's mind is this whole new way of being within this community without diluting the NFT, and we still don't know what that is. Now this whole bonk thing kind of just like is this stuff that's being talked about next? Is it really gonna be what it is after this whole fiasco and this whole AMA situation? I don't know. But the confidence has dropped down, but I'm still looking forward to what they're doing. This one I'm still Gladly holding on, not really with BONKz, but with Lunar, I'm still with the project. I'm still looking forward to what the Open DAO is going to build to, because they still have a reputation on Ethereum and HTSO and Crypto Dino, which actually now ABC Dino. Those are the guys that I'm willing to risk my actual funds with. So I'm willing to invest in them and see what they're building, and I'm still gonna go with Lunar in the longer term. So I've still have no issue, but Crypto Dino, it just seems like this is kind of like his first actual separate type of play, and he's still learning in this whole ecosystem, but he's got experience. So I still believe in the project and see what he's doing on here, and I'm still gonna be holding this one. BONKz is a little bit different. BONKz is a little bit different for me. That one,
BONKz is done. BONKz is done.
But that one is a huge. Yeah, it's definitely out there. But
you win some and you lose some.
Yeah,
BONKz is a loss.
but yeah, for sure, Lunar. I mean, I will actually most likely buy another one, to be honest, with Lunar, not BONKz, but Lunar is definitely one that I'm. It's I think right now 4.34. I'm definitely looking at it. It's probably gonna buy one more. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Look, I also think that it's just considering who the founders are. They've got to be working on something else, right? I'm not going to buy one today, but I'm going to revisit this after about 2-3 weeks and see if there's any more information somewhere. I think you're right. You can't really fade these founders. We saw with first of all, the biggest example we saw with ABC. ABC was stagnant around 20 SOL for the longest time. It dipped down to 10 SOL before skyrocketing to 200, right? After releasing more utility. Yeah, so it was just like ranging on that level for like what, a month, 2 months? I think all the way from October.
I remember when it went from 1.2 to it went to like 5, and it dropped all the way down to 2. And then I sold.
No, dude, this was wild. I'm butchering the name of this, but there's also another project. I think it's called Gnomies or Goonies or something like that. It's tied to Fract. I think it's easier to. No, we're not going to find it this way. It's easier to go to Magic Eden and just search Fract.
Oh, Fract. Okay.
Yeah, just search Fract. Go to creators. Oh, you can just go buy Fract. Yeah. And scroll down. Yeah, Pawnshop Gnomies. Go to analysis, please.
And boom.
It'll be easier if you skip to the 1-day charts, because this is actually like an OG project, or even the 12-hour. Either one's good. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So like this thing basically ranged for months. You did see a little bit of spikes here and there until it blew up all the way to about 44 SOL. So this is another project that's tied to HGE, and they were building and building for months. Not entirely sure what they released, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think it's I think they're also a lending platform that's tied to ABC. So I think Luna can go one or two ways. I think it's either going to go down the route of brains and zombies, or zombies and brains, whatever that project is called, that Phil, I know you also aped into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have them. I still have it.
Oh man. So like this is how Luna is going to play out in my head. Either they keep doing this whole brand play stuff that doesn't really make sense to me, and they're going to go all the way down to brains and zombies, and they're going to chill there together. Or after a little while, they're going to release something cool, and it's just going to pump so bloody hard. So hard. Those are the only two possibilities I see. I see no other possibility.
Yeah, it's either one or the other.
One or the other. And I can't be mad at your play for wanting to bet on that, because the downside is that you lose everything. But the upside is that, I mean, it can do a 5, 8, maybe even 10x.
You know, that's the thing about me. I mean, I'm sure you already heard this, but I had I had a lot of NFTs and a lot of Solana, and when Solana went up to $25, I sold half of my NFT assets in pure cash because I knew I was gonna go. I was gonna go pure into buying mode and buying everything out there. And I was like, well, I gotta control myself, so I just sold like half. I sold my Degods too, if you didn't know. But
you did?
Yeah, I have my Utes right now, but I was about to sell my ABC as well, so I unstaked it, and this was when Zircon was live. I unstaked my ABC, and when it went all the way up to, I think it was like 215, and I didn't realize that it was staked for 21 days. You cannot get it out. So it was like on the 19th day, and then ABC went down to like 170, I think 180, and then that's when I was like, screw it, I'll just restake it, and I just left it there. But yeah, if I would have never done that, I probably would have bought more Lunars and more BONKzs, and it would have been a lot more worse situation. So
dude, what's Degods at now? Because I know Degods fell quite a bit.
Degods right now is at 499. So it's still good. It's still fine.
Good analytics. I thought it fell lower. It must have bounced back up. Yep, it fell a little bit lower to the sort of low 400s. Oh, I'm just talking about it like the past like 1 day. So it went from like 500 sold to around. Yeah, it was basically at 600 sold. It went slightly below 400 sold. It's at 500 sold right now. I'm looking at this, and if Frank keeps working on that bridge, and Degods keeps bleeding, I mean, if this hits like 300 sold, I'm more than happy to pick one or two up, to be perfectly honest. And then just sell it again at around 500, 600 sold. That's sort of what I'm thinking. But we'll see how this plays out.
Yes,
another thing is
for sure.
Degods leaving the space means other projects that have the potential to get that number one spot, those will come hard.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm kind of sad, because it's not, when I go on Twitter right now, it's not the same anymore. There's not drama. There's not things going on. It's like it's back to like Soulport Tom and HG Soul giving nice alpha, but where's that drama at? I actually do kind of miss it. It's just it's not there anymore.
I don't even follow the drama. Like when it comes to drama, I have two people that sends me all the drama, and the two people is one, someone called Jamrex. We may bring him on the show at one point. He's a great trader. He's part of the Bodega DAO. And you. You guys are feeding me all the drama. I don't even know things happen unless you guys tell me.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to see some leaks?
Yeah.
Open Discord. The Valley Vibes Discord. I posted in general chat.
I'm going on it right now, and I am going into the. Here we go. Boom, and then.
Yes, so I'm currently beta testing Cosmic Ape Crusaders game, their new version. So this is the old version, right? This is what the old version looks like. And the one below that, that's the new version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so huge update. Massive.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
And there's like so much shit you can do in the new update compared to the old one. So I don't know if this is going to bump Cosmic Ape Crusaders, because John has said multiple times that what he's really excited for is the whole rebrand. We were calling these at like 0.8. They pumped above 2 soul. We got out a little bit. The Cosmic Ape Crusaders I'm holding right now, sort of holding those for free at the moment. But really, what's actually got me excited about this is that, sorry, throat's not the best. What's actually got me super excited about this is I really wanted to see what this update is all about. They're calling it version 1. And I really wanted to see what the team is capable of delivering, because they've been working on this for a while. And I'm super, super happy while beta testing this game on how good it looks. And it just gives me so much confidence for the rebrand that's happening at the end of Q1.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, look, this isn't a project that's going to pump. I think we all hold a few projects because, you know, we really like the community, we like the team, etc., etc. I've been, you know, we've all profited from this project immensely, though. However, I'm holding a few of these for free. I'm enjoying the beta testing, and I'm excited for the rebrand that's coming out after a couple of months. So this is one to keep an eye on. I think it's going to pull a similar Kikiverse.
Yeah, that's definitely a nice improvement right there. Just from that old one. Yeah, I'm getting interested on that. Now, right now they're at 1.09, and I mean, dude, for sure this I remember this guy. I remember the mint. I remember how he's holding 101 Taiyos, and I definitely want to look into this, to be honest.
Yeah, and he's a cool guy. That's another thing. Like, he's pretty active on Discord, especially whenever he finds time. He's always chatting with people, and he's just a cool dude who you can ask anything. You know what I mean? Everyone knows he's a huge whale in the space, but normally it's tough to actually get time to speak to whales in the space.
Yeah.
He's just down to talk to anyone about anything, and I think that's really, really cool. He's pumped a lot of money into the rebrand, and it's going to go from apes to sort of. I don't even have the leaks on this. He has refused to leak anything.
I hope he changes the
but it's going to
apes.
be
That's
anime.
the only thing.
Oh, they're going away. They're going away. It's going to be anime. It's going to be anime.
I
And
hope
for
the apes go
anyone,
away, man.
dude, they're going away. And like for anyone who's into anime, like this year is going to be huge. We're getting another season of Demon Slayer, and this is just from the top of my head. There's so much more cool animes coming. Phil, I know you may not be too into animes, but you know we've already got Bleach, the 1,000-year Blood War arc. We're getting the part 2 of that coming out in a few weeks. Vinland Saga, Demon Slayer. There's just a bunch of animes coming out.
Yeah, I like anime.
Dude, anime is so cool. Anime is so cool. So we actually don't have like a top anime brand within the Solana NFT space. It'd be really interesting to see what John ends up doing with this. So I'm super interested.
Yeah, I mean, just the whole thing with like, you know, the reason why I say apes is because every time there's like 1,000 ape projects out there, like the whole ape art, and I'm always against it because it always feels like a derivative of base. So if he does change that, I mean, that's gonna be definitely something that I'm definitely gonna enjoy, and it's gonna be a huge improvement on the project, just on that. So,
dude, whenever I hear ape, this is another project I have whitelist for.
Oh crap! I closed it out. What was it called?
SAKE, Sake Labs.
Sake Labs. Yeah, that was one. So I'm gonna go through the list, and you tell me. Sake Labs. Sake Labs. Was it?
Wait. Okay, hold up. Let me track down this link and send it to you. One second. Yeah. So what's the plan? We're going to go through all of the upcoming projects, and we're going to rate bullish or bearish. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I just want you to name it bullish or bearish. So, Robo Ramen, randomly generated digital collectible, served on Solana, 6,000 followers, 14 mutual followings on me, and this is basically it right here. Mac Ramen is cooking. What do you think about this one? Bullish or bearish.
I mean, what exactly are they building? Because I've been out of the space for about 2 weeks now. So, what exactly are they building? Do you know?
Good question. I don't know. It's just one of
Really,
those mints that just came out. So.
I don't like. I'm looking at the art. It's not my favorite, to be perfectly honest. I would say I'm in between here. I would mint this if there's hype on that day of mint, and then I'll flip it. But I
Okay.
do like the Twitter engagement. I will say that.
I would say that just based on the mutual following, I'm not gonna touch it. I need to see more on it, especially in this time frame. So I'm bearish.
I mean, if they come on and say the supply is 500 and the mint price is 2 Sol, like I'm all of a sudden bullish.
True. Now I got this next one coming out. This one is called NFT Labs, a multi-chain all-in-one purpose platform here to help us progress, grow, connect, and drive, built with the purpose to elevate Web3. I got 11 mutual following, 7,000 followers, and they have a video as well right here, which looks pretty, nice. But that is basically the main thing right now. Well, what do you think?
They seem to be a utility play. Look, their Twitter engagement is actually off the hook. Like, this is really, really good Twitter engagement. What is that?
The PlanG website is now in alpha test mode. We've tested the API, some other bots. Big thanks to developers. Twitter, Discord, supply, hype, art, utility box.
If there's hype, I'll flip this.
Yeah.
If there's hype, I'll flip it. And I wouldn't be looking for the 2x. Just a little bit of burger money, I'll flip it.
I say it's probably bearish. I say bearish.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, Soul Casino, first licensed live casino. It seems like they're gonna. Why do I even have this up? I thought there was like an upcoming mint with this one.
No, there is. Even I haven't kept up with it, but there is an upcoming mint. I just don't even know how to get whitelist, so I just haven't really kept up with it. But if they can get the supply and mint price right, I'm bullish. It's all about the supply and mint price for this one. But they're reputable in this space. They've had a little bit of drama with a few projects that they've white labeled with. That's a little bit concerning. But look, these guys have been in the space for a long time. They have a crap ton of money. In fact, I'm not even sure why they're doing an NFT, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I mean, look, if their NFT has the right supply, right mint price, I'm bullish. I hope they just don't do something like a 10K supply for the 7 Sol mint.
Yeah. Yes. So, I mean, I don't know what they're building. I don't know what's going on in here, but there is a mint coming out. And I'm sure if you buy one of these NFTs, you'll probably have a chance to have one for free.
Open up their casino. You see,
they don't have an NFT. Okay.
They don't have an NFT yet. They're releasing an NFT, but even if you just look at their casino, and their casino's been out for a while, like, do you guys have a really good casino? It's really, really good. Probably one of the best in the space. And they do a ton of volume. I mean, they have the live feed at the bottom. So if you just scroll down, yep, all the way to the bottom. There we go. Up,
yeah.
Slightly up.
Oh, look at that. I mean,
yeah, you can just see the live feed. Like, it does this all day. It does this all day, every second. It's just moving. So they do a crap ton of volume.
Yeah. And the thing is, so here's the weird thing is, I'm gonna say bullish, and just because it's a casino NFT, project, but at the same time, I'm personally not going to get into it. So it's kind of odd because I'm not into casino type of things, and it's just personal. It's just personal stuff. So. Just to give a hint, my parents worked at the casino. and my cousins and everybody worked in the casino, and I lived and breathed it. So I'm never around this stuff. So, but overall, like just having the NFT and they've gained the revenue, probably the revenue off this, and just people play casinos all the time and never goes well. I'm sure this is gonna do great, just like these Solana NFT casino projects usually do.
For me, it's two things: relatively low supply plus rev share equals me bullish.
Yeah, rev share.
Yep, that's it.
All right, so there is no more next ones. I think that's everything right now. We got one more, and it's called the Saki Lab. Saki Lab, exploring the intersection of creativity tech, where we create innovative projects to push the boundaries of art. There's 14 mutual followers right now, and it looks pretty cool. The art looks pretty dope. That I actually like it.
I actually really like the art for this project. They did a pre-sale, and the pre-sale sold out really, really quickly. And the pre-sale was super cheap. I think it was like 0.75 or something like that. So still don't know exactly what they're building. They haven't released that information as far as I know. But so far, I mean, just looking at the artwork, if they can build some cool stuff, I think this is going to do well. So I'm bullish.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I would say just based on art, I like it. Just on art. Everything else I don't know much about, but yeah, bullish on art. See where it goes from there. So
the question is, so on secondary, I'm looking at Giga DAO, I'm looking at Pharaohs, I'm looking at Pilots. I'm also looking at experiments actually, because I'm actually bullish on their casino. But Phil, what are you looking at on secondary right now? Like
right
for the
now,
month of February.
For the month, I'm looking at Lunar. I'm still looking at Lunar. That's and possibly maybe Source, just depending if they're gonna go below 20, and maybe Saga Pass if it goes to for Solana. It's very volatile. There's low volume. Low volume is usually never good, but with Saga Pass, for some reason this disappears in the news, which is great for me. When it disappears in the news, then people forget about it. So it's finally disappearing again, and if it does hit buy for sold, I'm probably gonna put a bid and then get in. These people usually sell with bids, as you probably seen it when we were kind of bidding against each other, and
we sold at like 14 sold, right? We sold and sold at 14.
I sold one like at 10. I sold another one like at 5 or somewhere there. But yeah, it was a lot. It was quite funny how that whole thing happened. And that's basically the main ones I'm looking at right now. There's not anything else as far as right now.
Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend picking up more than one of these because it's just so illiquid. I would pick it up, list it, and get it swept up on any pump that comes in if I was to buy into this play at this point.
Yeah, low volume. It's just like you're not gonna get a buyer in Saga Pass for a while, and that's why like I putting a bid on there for Sol. Someone's gonna just give up and sell it to me at some point. and then I just wait for the news, which could take like a month. So that's the dangers of it.
Oh, 100%, 100%. I'm actually bullish on experiments. Like not for like the first 2 weeks of Feb, maybe after that, or maybe after like we're done playing with Alpha Pharaohs and possibly Pilots, or if it drops to like 2 Sol, either one of those many options. Here's the thing. So we have Jersey who has created this project. You were bullish on it. I was bearish. It did extremely well. I know you had a bag of this. Personally, what I'm interested in is the casino because we saw him marketing Immortals Casino, and that pumped all the way to like 30 Sol. We saw him marketing, I think it's Popheads Casino. We saw that going all the way to 15 Sol. He releases a casino and pumps it. I can see this going back to all-time highs.
Yeah, he likes playing casino, and he does it, with his social media. I mean, what better way to build your own and then do it? But I actually never really thought of that the whole time when I was talking about the project, though, because it never really existed. I was actually just basing it off him and his whole marketplace that he was building at that time, and then it changed to this whole casino thing, and I that's the funny thing is because I'm not really into casinos, so here I am now holding potentially what could be casino NFTs. So there you go.
I mean, normally I wouldn't be bullish on that, but I think we've seen evidence with Immortals and Popheads that he can pump a casino. So that's really the main thing for me. It's the casino, it's him pumping it. I think a lot of people have the same mentality as well. So a lot of people will flood in and just speculate on that. I don't think I'll wait for the rev share. I'm just sort of betting on the casino, betting on the release, etc., etc. That's sort of my play. So
that's a nice way to look at it. I definitely like that viewpoint.
Yeah, after a week or two, I'll probably pick some up. Alternatively, if they fall to like 2 SOL, I'll pick some up. That's sort of my play with this one.
Yeah. So overall, that is everything we have on what's going on in Solana. I mean, as far as drama, there's not much. I mean, for me, it's just like it's a lot of just NFT mints coming up. No juicy stuff. I'm hoping next week we get some juicy stuff because I need it. I'm quite, I need that energy. So we'll see what happens next week. We're gonna have Zircon back. Solinvestor is here now, and myself as well. We're all back here. We're gonna talk a lot more about what's going on. I'm sure maybe someone's gonna purchase a NFT somewhere there eventually at this time frame. We shall see. And make sure you like, subscribe. You mint that like button. Comment below anything else you guys want us to talk about. Thank you for the 70 subscribers on YouTube. We've gone from 0 to that. It's kind of crazy. And of course, the Twitter lights out there as well. You guys make our day. And peace. And our Discord. Join below.
Gotta throw that in.
Always gotta throw it in out there. All right. Peace.